Welcome everyone for another one of our heart-powered inspiring interviews. And as you know, every time we're introducing an amazing, top-notch speaker, entrepreneur, change maker to you that share their golden nuggets and best practices with you so you can speak up, scale up, and impact the world in a greater way. Today, I'm introducing you to a really special friend of mine. Her name is Laura, and I met her. We met each other, right? Again, we are part of a community called Evolutionary Business Council, and we met when we were in San Diego. And there's so much brilliance you shared with me, and you inspire me in every conversation we have, Laura. So I'm introducing you to Laura Rubinstein, my best friend. She is actually a coach. She's an award-winning social media and marketing strategist. She's a certified hypnotherapist, a master leadership coach, a speaker, and a best-selling author of the book Social Media Myth Busted, the small business guide to online revenue. And it's a must-read for all of you and for all of us. She is the founder of the Social Buzz Club. I mean, what a juicy name, Laura. The influencer marketing platform that uses gamified content sharing to help your content go viral. Laura has developed marketing and branding strategies for more than 1,000 businesses, for celebrities, for coaches, for financial advisors, for speakers and authors across the globe, helping them create more profits and brand popularity. And I think that is something we all need and want, right? Her profit-generating strategies and popular blog at transformtoday.com make her a highly sought-after speaker and consultant. Laura, it's amazing. I've been waiting a long time to bring you on with us. Welcome. Great to have you today.
Oh, it's so great to be here. Thanks for having me, Monique. And you're a special friend of mine too. So thanks. I'm glad I'm here.
Thank you. So why don't we jump in right away, Laura? I mean, everyone always wants to know what are best practices. And I know you're not just teaching and sharing and inspiring, you're living your talk, you're doing it every day in your business. So why don't you share us? What are your top 3 best practices, juicy ingredients, 3 things that you do right now to bring your speaking and your business to a different level?
Well, I love to join organizations. I mean, that's how we met. That's how I got this speaking engagement, so to speak, to be on your program here. And but the key is to join organizations where your market and members are actively engaging. So not same people as you necessarily, but people you want to work with are at. So if you're a golf pro, you go to golf clubs, and you meet people there, kind of thing. So that's my first best practice, because people do business with people they know, they like, they trust, they engage with, they build a rapport with. It's always known. So get out there. You can do it virtually as well in today's world. COVID changed all of that for us. It made it more commonplace and easier, and everybody knows how to use these systems now. So my second, should I go into another best practice?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So connect with people on LinkedIn. So once you join these organizations, stay connected to them. Because on LinkedIn, if I connect with you, Monique, for example, I'm now connected by way of you to your whole network. So you're expanding your network and bringing them closer to you. People have heard of the term 6 degrees of separation. Well, that now brought people to a 2nd degree of separation instead of 6 degrees. So the more people you connect with that are in your market or serve your market, the more closer you're going to get to them. And when you connect with people on LinkedIn, always send a personal message requesting their connection, and then follow up with a thank you and offer to be a resource. I wouldn't do those very salesy, hey, I'm a business coach and I help people do this. Are you looking for that? The thing I would do is say, I'd like to get to know you more, or, hey, is there someone I can introduce you to? Those are okay. Don't keep harping on those people. But the third best practice I would do ties into that is you want to become known as an expert, an industry leader. And so you want to get out there. And one way to get out there from the comfort of your own office chair is to put expert content together on blogs, on LinkedIn articles, on newsletters, LinkedIn now has a newsletter feature, by the way, and that is taking LinkedIn by storm and allowing people to stay in touch and in front of more of their connections on LinkedIn by sending out something weekly or monthly, whatever it works for your brand and business. But as you're sharing solutions to problems that people think they have, okay, not to what you know works, then you will become seen as an expert. And you'll get better and better at sending your message out as you practice doing it and as you get feedback back. So take that to heart. So I could go on and on about those 3 practices because they are deep.
Yes, they're deep, and I know you're the expert in that. That's like your unique, your juicy brilliance, right? And still, I would like us to go a little bit deeper into each and every one of them, if you don't mind. Yes.
Sure.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
like, I know that there's a lot of communities out there right now, and I think it's one of the smartest ways of really being part of active communities where you engage with the right people, right? And that's how we met, Laura, right? So there's a lot of great opportunity in that. So a lot of people say, well, but there's so many communities out there. How do I choose the right ones? You already said that you choose it based on, is it the right target audience? Are people actively engaging with each other? What are some other, juicy, criteria that you choose, that you look at when you decide, should I join that community? Should I not?
And sometimes it's not about joining. Sometimes you might want to take a period of time to check out a community and see if it is your people.
Right.
And one of the things I want to tell you is I always set an intention, and we might talk about this later, but that when I go to a meeting, I'm going to get something valuable there, whether it's I get a resource and meet somebody really cool who becomes my new best friend, or I meet somebody who needs my help, for work and services. So when you go in, it's never a waste of time, because if you meet one person, and even if you give some of your wisdom to them, for free, you just put out really good karma. It will come back to you. So go online and look in your local area first for what's going on. And it doesn't have to be an organization right away. It could be just an event that's related to something your market would go to. If you're a writing coach, what are the book clubs out there? Even that could help you, because you might mention in that book club, oh, I'm a writing coach. And somebody's going to say, oh, I know somebody who's writing a book. They need help. Boom, you just got to, so, think outside the box. It could be at your hair salon. You ask your hair salon stylist, what have they heard about, first of all? What meetings did they go to, if they're that kind of person? And if they're not, what are their clients going to? And you just kind of take in information. I would create a little spreadsheet of events and organizations and people that are resources for you, that could refer you out, or have people that come to that might be your people. I even met a client on a cruise when I booked an excursion, and the guy who owned the excursion company was taking us rafting down an eagle preserve in Alaska. And he started talking about his new book that's coming out. And I go, oh, how are you going to market that? He goes, I don't know. I said, well, we don't have to talk about it here because I'm on vacation, but give me your number. And if you're interested, and actually went the other way around, I help people, get their books, seen more visibly, and do marketing plans and email campaigns and things like that. He goes, oh, that would be great. I'd love to talk to you more. I said, great. Let's not talk about it here. Give me your name, contact information. I'll send you a follow-up email and we can set up a time. Boom. It took 5 minutes on my cruise. I got, so go on a cruise, go places that you're naturally inclined to. It could be on a bike ride. So yes, taking it a little deeper, you'll find the organizations that it could be a bicycle club. It could be a book club. It could be a professional organization. It could be a networking organization. I mean, there's BNIs, there's Grand Circle, there's, so many people came up with their own new networks. Just Google networking and try them out. I invite people to try them out 1, 2, or 3 times. And if you're starting to find some magical connections, stick with it. If you're not, maybe you got one, maybe, you can choose to not join it as well. But make sure you go with an intention, because it'll never be a waste for that one. And you can recognize if it's going to be a rich niche, meaning lots of people are there who are going to want you because they're asking you to speak, because there's opportunities to present, there's opportunities to advertise in the newsletter, whatever it is, that you might stick with. And what you're advertising, so to speak, or sharing is valuable to those people. If you're sensing that, join that organization. If you're not, make a magical connection or two, and you might come back to it at a later time. You can decide not now, for now.
Love it. And I know, I mean, you are a networking rock star. I know that about you, Laura, and you're really a connection queen. Beautiful. Really great hint. And, I think I love your suggestion on saying, hey, try things out, right? So, you have a community, we are running the HeartPowered Global Nation, right? And where speakers and experts can connect with each other, right? And again, there's nothing wrong with just trying it out. And it's just such a great suggestion to see after a few visits, after a few connections or events people participate in, we know, can we contribute something? And are we gaining something? And is the contribution and the excitement to bring something to the people in their community in sync with what we're gaining, right? And then in that case, we'll engage further. Beautiful. I also love what you said about, reaching out to people and, being on LinkedIn. And I loved what you said is, don't write these kind of messages saying, hey, I do this, do you need it, shall we talk, right? I mean, again, all of us get these kind of messages every single day today, and we really don't like them, right? So, can you give everyone here a few additional hints on what are the messages you're writing out? And you shared already a couple of hints, but people always say, like, I don't know what to write to really make it personal, to really go forward and really come across as authentic and wanting to serve, right? What kind of messages are you using and helping your clients craft? Because I know you're doing this so phenomenally with your clients as well. What are some hints on how to craft these kind of messages?
Give first. The first rule of networking is give first, and that applies online. So, for example, I'm going to give you an example of a message that came to me yesterday, which was brilliant. And not only was it brilliant, it felt very authentic and natural. So a woman I know that I didn't remember, like I remembered, but we haven't talked in forever. She pops into my message and she says, hey, Laura, it's been a while. So I'm still doing my instructional design work, but I'm working with this new guy, and he's having a free workshop and networking session over at the university. And I would like to invite you as my guest. Here's a coupon code. Here's a link. Check it out. I'd love to see you. If you can't make it, I'd still love to connect with you anyway. Let's talk soon. Okay. So it was no obligation. She gave me $195 ticket to an event at a university. And guess what? I said instantly yes. And what was it? It was also an opportunity to go network with a lot of other people. So if you can give opportunities, and a lot of people give free sessions or free downloads, that's okay. And I would say, think a little bit more creatively how you can offer that. Another message I got the other day, which I thought was brilliant, and I would tell any client to do this too, was I did get kind of a salesy message, but it was written in a really genuine way. It was like, hey, Laura, and again, it was a giving. Are you open to, I have a need for referring business out. Are you open to receive referrals? Okay. And if so, let me know. And then I probably, yes, because I didn't know where we was going with this. I was a little hesitant. The next message back is, the guy said, I thought I'd actually record a video for you. Now, this is not a video he sends to everybody. It really, I don't think it was. It could have been, but if it was done really well. It's like, hey, thanks for taking the time to respond. Sounds like you're open. I checked out your profile. I'd like to learn more about you. We'll see if this is a good fit. So and he's told me 2 or 3 things about what he's looking for. And then he said, if you want to learn more, schedule a time. So he's not asking for your money. He's just moving me through his qualification process. And if you want to move people through a qualification process, I think that's fair, but you've got to be listening, right? You have to be meaning, you have to talk to the right person. If you're, like I said, a writing coach, don't offer them a writing consult if you don't know if they're even interested in writing a book, and furthermore, you should know if they've even written a book already. I get a lot of like, would you like to write a book and become a bestseller? I said, I'm a multiple time best-selling author. Why should I, even bother with you? You haven't even bothered to look at that for me. So, if you take the time, and another good message, if you go and target alumni of your universities or college, colleges or anywhere, even other companies that you've worked with, and you want to say, hey, I wanted to reconnect. We're both alums. I see, like go whatever Trojans or whatever the mascot was there, or the name of the team. And I thought we could just get to know each other and see if there's a way to support each other. That's, if you're kind of like wanting to be referral partners and you think it is, and you might even give it a little bit more depth. Like, I see you are very involved in this industry. It looks like you've made a name for yourself. Compliment them. That's always a great way. And so, I'd love to share resources with you and see if there's just to have another connection that I know well. I've gotten messages in LinkedIn. I got one that I responded to. Okay, it was kind of, if you're this personality, it was like, okay, are you one of those people that just ignores messages on LinkedIn? I'm writing this to see if you're really a real person and if you want to respond and have a real conversation. I usually offer great value and resources for people. So reply to me if you want to connect. So it was like challenging me. Are you a real person? Do you really engage here? Or are you just here to have for set and forget your LinkedIn? So I said, of course I'm real. So if you're real, I'm happy. I'm up for connecting. We had a great conversation. He did give me some resources. Then he actually disappeared. So don't do that part. But I love that he challenged me in a fun way. So if you have a fun person, I'll give you another one that was one of my all-time favorites. It was from an accounting person. And she said, hey, when I saw this video, it made my day. So I thought I'd share it with you. And it was a YouTube video. And it was a video of this blind man looking for money, and then this woman's feet come up and she takes his sign, turns it around, writes something else and puts it back down. And then people start throwing money at him, like before he wasn't getting money. And then she comes back and he feels her feet, so he knows it's her. And he goes, what did you do? And she wrote, you got to watch the video. So it was just, brings tears to your eyes. It's it was probably 2 minutes long. And that's all she left it. And she goes, and if I can ever answer any accounting questions for you, let me know. Just doing. And what I love about that and what you do is like that hardcore business, heart-powered business. She put heart into her business. So go do that on LinkedIn.
I love it. Love it. Beautiful. Oh my God. I could keep talking to you forever, because all these golden nuggets is really, really precious and powerful. So now you gave everyone here really very concrete suggestions on what they could do to reach out to more amazing people, right? And again, let's do it from the heart. Let's do it genuine. Let's do it, authentic, right? And care about the people we reach out, because we are not numbers, right? And thank you for all these really powerful hints and tips. Oh my God, I can see how much fun you have crafting these messages for your clients. So cool. Okay. Even though I would love to continue, asking you about these topics we already touched, I also want to know, I know that you're an action taker, I'm an action taker, right? And, again, when we keep taking action on a regular basis, we get results. And we take action on a regular basis, they start turning into habits and they shift things really at a deeper level. And so what is one of your favorite success habits, Laura, that really get you to rock, your business in the way you do it? What is one of your favorite habits?
One thing that really transformed my time and my business was using my calendar strategically. And it's going to sound counterintuitive, but under scheduling myself. So I block out big stretches of time in my calendar that just say buffer. And I leave all the other times for, people to schedule on my calendar and other client work. But if I know I have to do some certain work, or I know I want to feel like I'm not pressured during my day, or I want to take some people just block off like Mondays for administrivia. That's good. I think that's great. And I like to do it in, 1 to 3 hour chunks. My key with that is, if you think you need 1 hour for something, block out 3. Here's why. You can get one thing done and go play, or you can get 2 things done and feel like I overachieved. And so you're setting yourself up for success, right? And you might set up 2 blocks of time in case something comes up in the one. If you know things come up, then set up 2. The other thing is to honor that time for yourself. And but the nice thing about when you block it out, if you're using a calendaring booking system, which I highly recommend, that transformed my life. That part of the calendar was like, oh, I don't have to go back and forth. It's Tuesday at 7, and what time zone are you in? And just take this link and pick. When I buffered out my whole week, my month, or whatever it is, my next few days, they can't book their time on that. And then if they come back and say, I can't find a time on your calendar, I can go back and forth a little bit with them, or I can open up a few more slots, but always have time for people. People say, your calendar, look at it. Like if they oversee it, they're looking over my shoulder, or I accidentally put it on a screen share. They're like, you're so busy. I'm like, no, not really. But yes.
Amazing. Thanks. That's a juicy secret you're giving away here. Wonderful. I always wondered, like, how does Laura, being involved in so many projects, always feel so relaxed? Now I know.
Now you know.
Juicy. Love it. Okay. We also love, in our interviews, always give everyone that's watching this, and by the way, all of you, thank you for being here, for allowing us to inspire you with every single interview, and thank you for always taking action on what we suggest. As we say, action is everything. So, we never just want everyone that is here with us, Laura, to just walk away feeling inspired. We also like them to turn some of the inspiration into action, so they start seeing a shift with their business and their being. So what is one thing you would like them to do today, some very concrete step they can do today, right away, to turn their inspiration from this interview into action, and they start seeing things moving forward?
Everything starts with intention. Right? You want to know what you want as the outcome. Don't focus on the block and why you're not, and the frustration. Focus on the outcome of what you want. So if it's more time to take for you in your calendar, go put 3 buffer times in your calendar for this week of 1 to 3 hours. And I'm going to say not 1 hour, at least 2 hours. Find space in your calendar. If you can't do it this week, look at next week and just say buffer, or put me time, or say whatever, fun word you want to put in there, and give yourself that time. And you have permission to do anything you want in that time, right? And you might put in it what you're going to do, like in the description section, or keep a little notepad. If you have your to-do list, you can say to-do list time, and then make sure you knock at least one thing off your to-do list. And don't forget to put you at the top of your to-do list. Take a bubble bath, get a massage, take a walk. That would be another thing you could put on your calendar. If you want to get regular exercise, just put it on the calendar. I always love setting people up to win. Set yourself up to win by calendaring it in. Ooh, there's a quote.
I love it, love it, love it. And, set yourself up to win. Absolutely. And again, what gets planned gets done, right? And, even, if Laura, I love it, right? Like put in like 2 hours already this week. Okay. If you don't have 2 hours this week, take smaller time chunks, but get going with whatever you think you can afford right now in your busy calendar, and then expand it over time, right? And, in a couple of weeks, just put in a bigger time slot and then expand it, right? But anyhow, just do it today, no matter how long your initial time slot is. And also share with us how you're doing it and how it starts shifting things as you're setting yourself up to win. So Laura, I know that a lot of the people out there, including myself, we always need help with marketing, right? I know you're a marketing magician in so many ways. So, where can they find you? How can they connect with you if they would like to explore how you could help them with their marketing?
Sure. Feel free to reach out to me at transformtoday.com. My contact form. You can download my LinkedIn. I have a free gift there for you, a LinkedIn Jumpstart Lead Generation Kit. So it gives a lot of information about how to do some of the things we talked about today. And connect with me. All my links to social media are there on the page as well. Coach Laura on Twitter, Coach Laura R on Instagram. So, but transformtoday.com is a great place to start.
Great. You definitely want to download that kit. I mean, again, what a precious gift, right? Especially with everyone that really wants to get going or wants to bring their reach out to a different level and their marketing to a different level, right? So, Laura, would you like, so first of all, thank you for being on with us today. Thank you all for being on with us today again, as always. And would you like to round off our beautiful, precious conversation with a final inspiring message from your side?
Yeah. Well, listen deeply to yourself and to others. Trust your gut, not your fear.
Trust your gut, not your fear. That's really juicy and powerful. Couldn't have said it any better, to really end with a juicy vibe and energy. So thank you, Laura, for being on with us, sharing your precious time with us. It's beautiful. Lots of golden nuggets. I definitely going to listen to this interview again and again because you shared so much that I definitely going to learn from and apply and implement. And, I definitely want to set myself up to win more, right? And trust my gut, not my fear more. Thank you for being on with us today. Thank you all for being on with us. As I said, always don't just get inspired, take action. Let us know in the HeartPowered Global Nation what action you're taking. We are here to cheer you on and support you, right? And again, we'll be back with another amazing interview very soon. But first of all, digest the one with Laura to the fullest. Connect with her, see how can she support you. I'm sure there's a lot of magic you can create together. And always, as I say, just keep doing your magic in your own powerful way. Speak up, scale up, impact the world. And see you soon. All the best for now.